my mom would always say, "Come on, kinders, let's go on the Boosenbahn."
The Boosenbahn.
Boosenbahn.
All right.
And I think school is called like I can't think of what school is called. It was something cute.
Sign oder nicht sein, assiste die Frage is to be or not to be. That is the question. It's Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah.
But here's how you count to 10. Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun, zehn, elven, wolf. That's the 11, 12. Elven's wolf.
Dang, they threw sex right in there. That's pretty.
Sex is 6, yeah. It's pronounced as sex.
Yeah, that's the age of consent in German.
Oh God.
Billy.
Billy.
That's true. That
might be true.
Don't quote me on
I know
that.
the drinking age is like 6 in Germany.
I don't think that's true.
They have 6-year-olds
the drinking
getting
age
drunk in Germany.
I think that's true.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. With our amazing. So apparently, I didn't realize this, but I did not realize this. It seems like the test stream that was supposed to be there for Monday, it's not there anymore, and because of that, I can't even cover it. I can't cover something that doesn't exist. So that's great. That's amazing for me. That's amazing for me. I can't even cover something that I can't even do. That makes my job way more difficult than it has to be. I don't even know what happened because I usually wait halfway through the day or worst case scenario, middle of the night to go through and record this stuff. But apparently that Tech Talk stream wasn't there. I got they were just covering the whole Becky stuff. So here I am with Chubby is my first coverage of the day. Thanks. Good to know. Next time I'll just do my job and just make sure I have a copy somewhere. God, I love my life.
Because there was mod abuse on some of the other channels blocking some of the top donators, so they removed them all. Are you able to full screen it?
Let's see.
Cool. Okay. Now, okay, cool.
you-
Yep, I can see it.
Got it?
Yep, let's go.
All right, ready?
You can express your. Oh wait, okay. I'm getting a call from Becky. Wait. Wait. Okay, I saw Becky in the chat. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm not cool with. Shouldn't cut. Okay, but.
Okay, can we just say how cute this thing off topic, can we just say how cute this thing is right here?
So I'm just curious, like, they get to like dress it and stuff? They get to choose what it wears?
I don't know. I think this is the only outfit I've ever seen. I don't know. I'm really into this, like
The
this
cartoon.
thing. I think yes, it did. Okay.
Right,
Let's.
CJ?
I think I may have to speed it up just a little bit. Let's see.
CJ goes, look at those bazongas.
I know, and when she laughs or something. Okay, I'm gonna try it at 1.5. If it's too fast, let me know. Okay. All right.
It's like an animated.
I'm getting a call. I'll call her back.
See?
The boobs. I know, the boobs just.
I don't think I have my settings correct.
Hi.
Hey.
You're still live, and I'm assuming they can all hear me, right?
Yes, is that okay?
Is that too fast? Do I need
No.
to go to 1.25?
Maybe 1.25.
It's good?
Maybe 1.25.
Okay, let me do that. Yeah, I'll slow it down just a hair. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Right. Oh, yes, but I'm good. Oh, sorry. I just fixed the echo. I was getting a really bad echo. Okay. Yeah. The reason why I released a video instead of going live with you was because I knew I wouldn't be able to handle the bullshit I'm seeing in
Right.
chat, and I'm seeing it right here. It's kind of why I also wish like you maybe could have just waited till next week to address this instead of doing it on your channel where it's out of control over here. But whatever. The people
Okay,
in
hold
chat
on.
like Pirate
Pause
saying,
real
I
quick.
did try.
Okay, so again, Becky trying to control the narrative. I really wish you would have went live. You would have waited to went live. Blah blah blah. It's like, bitch, it's her channel. She can go live whenever she wants. You're the one sewer slide baiting everybody and their mom. So of course she's gonna
And
talk about it.
yep, that's a good point because she came over here to try to shut this down, you know. She didn't want people in her chat, and I give kudos to I don't know her name.
Vixie or something.
Vixie. I give her credit because she was like, well, I think people need a platform to come and talk about it because basically I guess everything had been shut down on the BBU end for them to actually be able to talk about things. And so kudos to this one right here.
Yeah.
But let's see.
To reach out to you. Pirate, you're not a content creator. I didn't owe you a response. I'm sorry that I have to prioritize my mental health over answering your questions. You could wait. And to everyone who wants to hypothesize over this and say she's lying and everything else, I don't owe anyone here anything. I owe myself the responsibility of making sure I live till tomorrow. So if you're that toxic, I don't care what you think about me. Go back to Keem and be that toxic, but don't bring it around me and around my people.
Okay, so right before this is when Becky did her I'll be away from the internet for a few days. You won't see me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because that's the video she's reviewing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the video yeah. So, but yet she was right here still trying to jump in to control the narrative, to control how people are feeling, what they are saying. And it was like, if you're going to take a break,
take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Let people feel what they're going to feel. Let them say what they're going to say. You know, if you in your heart of hearts feel like that you are the true victim, then it will play out. You understand? But not over here.
Right.
Not over here. But okay.
And I feel like she did the same thing to Savage, where she's like, I really wish you would have waited and talked to me before you went live. Like, these are grown adults, Becky.
And
you're not their parent. You're not their, I don't know, manager.
She did the same thing to Gemini, though, but he fell for it. Who kicks Keemstar after he donates that much money to your channel to
let somebody talk?
To speak, right, to bring.
So here we are with Chubby going over the stuff, and later on live, and other people cover it too. Obviously, they did ask, does he have other outfit? She does, but it's kind of a hassle from what I understand for VTubers to like go out of their way and do it midstream. It's usually something they have to prepare in advance. But not really the point, not really the main point right now. We're not here to talk about the the process of all of this. But what are we here to talk about is now obviously I've kind of defended Dick Gemini on this front. I understand where they're coming from. But I'm also trying to kind of explain that, on Dick Gemini, because he's so loyal to Becky, because Becky gave him a chance on this whole situation, I can't really blame him for sticking through with her, knowing everything that's happening. Right? I really can't blame Dick Gemini, and that's just my honest opinion. Now, on the other hand, about the VTuber stuff, yeah, I would say, good on Ivixie or iVixie for, essentially trying to kind of keep the conversation in a place where she can manage it and more or less I wouldn't say dictate, but more or less control it, where she can minimize the damage. And they go into this for quite a bit of time talking about this. Obviously, they got a bit of distracted But that is what it is. That's part of the game. Now they do talk about other things, but I think this one caught my interest the most. But we got more stuff to cover, so here we go.
Back and he gave her the intern role. Is she considering maybe coming back? I don't know if you can say anything or what conversations were, but
no, not at all. I've had literally zero conversations with Beans, but she was sitting there green talking in the chat, and I'm like, that's Beans. Like, I'm just gonna make her an intern just so she like stands out a little bit more in the chat.
Oh yeah,
you know,
she deserves it.
We don't really have a spot for like former host or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you know, God forbid, like this show got canceled, right? You guys would not want to be in the Discord and just be like a cash cow. Like after you had a show for this long, you want to stand out, somewhat, right? You know,
Facts.
so
yeah. I totally get it.
Same thing with Grim. Like I made Grim an intern, just because for the same exact reason. I don't know if Grim's ever going to do a show again. There's been no talks about him doing a show, but like he should stand out. Like he shouldn't just be like a cash cow member, you know?
Oh no, I'm with you.
That makes perfect sense.
So let me.
Zeke is telling us to look at screenshots.
Oh, look at. Okay, let me.
I don't know what's in there.
Oh,
I'm
here we go.
scared.
Oh yeah. So apparently, what they're saying, Beans got forced to come back into the LCU. That's what they're saying, or she's. I don't know. But she said
she never left our Discord. She was never gone from our Discord. I just seen her typing and her name was green, and I was like, I'll make her an intern.
No, that's good though. So Bean said, scrub my name clean, remove these slave colors. I don't know what that.
Whoa.
I don't know what that means. And then green is clean. Green is clean. Mods make it red. And that my legacy in the LCU was to become Rhea Ripley. If I can't have her, I'll be here. Actually, leave me orange. I can see the drama in the intern chat, and I'm nosy. So there you go. She's
oh my God.
She always wanted to bring drama to Cafe, and that's kind of one thing we had contentions on, because she loves the tea, she loves being in all that shit, and I was an asshole, right? There's that word again. I was an asshole. I didn't want to embrace that, but then I embraced it, and we've been doing so much better. Like I embraced doing the dumb shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like when fans can either be up in the morning, turn on Cafe and figure out what the hell is going on in this community, or they can be up late, turn on Rewind and figure out what's going on in this community, so you kind of do need to talk about what's going on, and everything is drama. Like when I hear people, oh, we don't do drama here, it's like, dude, everything is drama. Everything is.
It is.
Did you watch Bambi when you were a kid? Lots of drama.
Oh,
yeah.
Movie.
Hey, Bambi.
Now, I haven't really talked about Beans in some time. If I did, it's probably only in passing. Now that I think about it, but also on the other hand, I guess since we can talk about her, yeah, I've noticed that. I'm not in their Discord, so I don't know what's going on half the time. But I guess for the people who care about Beans and what she's been up to, she's been in the Discord. I guess he made a bit of a ruckus. She's got an intern role because they don't have a host role, which I'm surprised they don't actually talking about that. I mean, they could just make up a random post role or post host role. Is there a potential for her coming back? Literally, Keemstar said they haven't been talking, they haven't even brought it up, so it could be up in the air. Maybe the rumors I heard a while back can be true, if you know what I'm talking about, but I really doubt it. Rumors are rumors. Gotta learn to not take them too serious when you don't have to. Yeah, let's get on to the nerd stuff, actually.
Stop banning everyone that insults Zay. It just stop.
Yep. Seek with the two. Can me and Sunshine be the only mods here, please?
I don't think this show needs mods.
I mean, like I
I
said,
don't think so.
honestly, we can let it fly for a bit and see what happens.
Because
But
Ken,
yeah.
here's the thing: if someone was in that chat right now and they started saying some really extremely crazy shit, you would just go click ban them, right? You're on the channel, right?
Yeah.
Like, does the show need mods? Are you getting trolled that much? Is there 50 people here that are just
No.
spamming the N-word? No.
No,
So
no, no.
it's like, it's like,
Thankfully, no.
Yeah. But, like I put in host chat what Shoe Nice did, and like I said, I just want to warn everybody, like he needs to be banned on site. Like, I'm sorry. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
what do
Shoe
you do?
Nice.
You didn't hear?
You didn't hear about that?
No, bro.
So-
Rewind doesn't tell me anything.
So let's just say he made a comment about your daughter being the hottest in the room and asked why is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's a
That's what
weirdo.
I'm saying.
yeah, that's
Fuck
why I
him.
was like, I put in
You
host.
screenshot that, right?
I did not. I was in the middle of the show. I was by myself. I just did it and I just kept moving my bed. But I put it in the host chat that he did that. So I mean, I'm sorry, I should have screenshot it.
So when I went through Buff to clear out the people that were banned, I saw names like Epic Brady and who's the guy that has the championship belts?
That's Epic Brady.
That is that big Brady.
Okay, yeah. I saw him. I saw other well-known people in our community that were like perma-banned on nerds.
Epic Brady was permabanned?
What?
Yes.
Why the f is
What did
he
he do?
banned?
He was a
He's like one
crown.
of your biggest supporters.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, nobody, no my paper, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, he was.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a crown, bro.
I've seen some of your biggest fans and your biggest donators, all right, on the ban list on nerds.
That's
Hidden users.
That's baby back bullshit. That's baby back bullshit if I've ever heard it.
You're really quiet, dog.
Yeah,
It's.
Oh, I got it. It's on my
no,
side.
That's me. No, that's me. I yell a
What?
lot, so I turn my mic down.
You're for some reason you were also at 70. I don't know why but sorry, go ahead.
You got tired of hearing my ass. He was like, "Let me turn that guy down."
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, I didn't know.
I
people
wish
were
I would have
banned.
taken a screenshot because there were other names that I know are known names in the community that I know from the Discord that were probably your top donators that somebody made them like ban them from your channel. They're a hidden user. And once you're a hidden user, you're not able to donate. Like it will not go through. And this is something that we've been dealing with for like a month where fans in the Discord are like, it won't let me donate, whatever. And then like, we're like, oh, it must be a YouTube glitch. No, we have rogue moderators on all these channels banning the top donators. So there needs to be a good time period with absolutely no mods. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. And I'm sorry, Buff, having S1K as the moderator, horrible idea.
Oh my God, Nerds taking over Cafe. Nerds Cafe, Bond fusing. Bad girl, hurry up, do the thing. Hurry up, do the thing.
Which side
I
are
don't
you
fucking
on?
know, do it.
I don't know.
Zay, did you know that the Epic Brady was banned on your channel?
Who the Epic Brady was banned on the channel?
Yeah, I just found that out.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Are
not
you
cool,
sure
bro.
he was banned on the channel?
Banned.
No, yeah, I'm 1,000,000% positive. Now, I wish I would have taken a screenshot to show you guys, but I had to go through and clear out all the mods, and I had to clear out all the people that were banned on every single channel last night because we clearly had a snake in the grass somewhere. All right.
So I wanted to start because you keep saying that it's S1K, but literally Buff can see the chat. S1K doesn't ban people. The only reason I gave him mod back was so that he can turn the chat off and on to subscribers only mode because it's way easier for him to do it than me versus me doing like 40 other things. That's the only reason I gave him mod back.
Now, I don't really believe Zay one bit about, if you're not aware, S1K is your boyfriend. If you're not, I guess, privy to that information. The reason why I don't really believe her is I've seen him at least ban or time out people. With, I guess if you really want to push the envelope that, well, it's timing out, and timing out is not the same as, as in, I guess, banning, if you want to go push it that far. But even if that's not the case, the fact that they do have a lot of, I mean, hell, I can't even like talk on that channel. But it's very funny because, yes, I am quite critical of a lot of these. I do try to at least gear my opinion to be much more fair compared to other people. At least that's what I like to cope. And I mean, like, again, I made it very clear that I just don't like Zay. And when it's coming to one buff weed, I think for me is that his anime attitude kind of gets annoying and very old really, really fast, right? I get it. You know, me and him, I guess we can get along with the whole anime stuff. I like anime, but I don't watch it a lot, and I don't make it my personality. I just haven't gotten around to watch anything new. So to me, it's like, all right. But even still, I just don't like every time he derails something, and I get kind of actually mad, and I feel bad for Zay. I don't know if they do that on purpose or not. On the other hand, just never really liked Zay, but I would even admit that, like, I've always actually agreed with some of her opinions in the past, whether I like her or not. And I've admitted that whether I like you or not, if you say something that I agree with, I'm going to agree with you, and I will defend that. Right? You know, like, well, what's a good example about like how I think she made a good point about you shouldn't cancel people for their past action. I think she even said that you shouldn't cancel people with their association with other people. But so you can kind of argue, I kind of do agree with her on a lot of fronts. But here I'm just like, and we'll talk about this with Nerd as well. But it's a little interesting. Now, a lot of people were saying that like they knew they were screwed, and they knew that S1K has, to be fair, he has banned and timeout people number of times, right? If anybody's going to be modded in AD, they got to be picked by Keemstar. And currently, as we speak, I think it's a good thing to just let people shit talk you because it boosts your numbers in the algorithm. But no, I'm just a frog, man. What would I know?
But I gotta shave. I gotta shave again. That's
You'd
the
have
only
to like
bad
steal
part.
his bet. That's like his bet. You know?
I have a green screen. I can copy the same
That'd
green
be
screen
kinda
he got.
funny.
Bro, oh my god. Okay. All right.
So Buff set me up with these timestamps. So apparently there was some Nightmare and Yo Mama drama over the weekend. I missed this, so Buff is filling me in on this a bit.
Bro, the next crown we get, I'll bring back Darth Chinius.
Oh shit.
Instead of 2,000 in a stream, I'll shave for another crown. I'll bring back Darth Chinius.
Oh shit.
I gotta go to the
Lost
barber
that.
Friday anyway.
So, like, after me and Rostov got hired, people started going up with the idea of getting their own show.
And what's wrong with that?
No, because but the thing is here, it stopped becoming about finding a place to, like, voice your opinion. It started becoming, I need to get exposure because I know I might get a show now.
What's wrong with that?
Well, because then they're not coming up to talk about the topics anymore.
But they can address and make it and get into the direction of the topic, and a person can come up and talk.
People stopped going into members waiting because they started realizing, no,
Bro, that was the best. That was the best part. That was the best part of Rewind. Rewinding something, rewatching something, and then bringing somebody up, a fan up, to give their opinion. That was the best part of it. Like the first well, listen, let me speak. The first month of Rewind was fire. Like they would rewind shit, rewatch something, and then they would talk about it them too, and then they would bring a fan up, and then the fan will mention what they just saw and give their opinion, and then they can go off on that. That was actually dope.
I'm sorry. Yo mama. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Do you not get, man, when Rewind first started, when the NBA first started, man,
So, thank God for nerds. I didn't even know about the Joe Mama because, let's be fair, this weekend was so crazy with the whole Becky stuff and all that I haven't really been paying attention to the weekend stream for the other channels. I'm very honest and very clear about that, right? I'm not gonna lie to people about that. So because of that, thank God for nerd, and this is why I enjoy nerd sometimes, because like if I miss something small, usually I can go back and double check, or if anything, I can use nerds at like same thing with cafe, right? Like sometimes nerds in cafe really do this where
they kind of help me out in a sense of, oh, hey, you guys cover something that I completely missed because I'm just going through so much stuff at a single time. Oh, well, thank you. And something like this is, in my eyes, very important. Now, with the whole Joe Mama and Nightmare drama, I think that was always going to happen. I don't think that was something that was always going to escape. But on top of that, apparently there was some drama dealing with Xylee and Billy. Let's go through that.
You get me back.
I can't exactly get you back. No, I can't get you back. There is no look back to get. None. Whatsoever.
The lick back would be.
You're the one that always runs OBS.
The lick back
which
would-
is fine because I don't mind doing what I do.
Xylee gets kicked.
The lick back would be like, you know what it would have been? Having.
Oh, no, I know what it's going to be.
What is it going to be?
I know.
I also paid for
You're only
Xylee to be
fucking around,
kicked
so how you
twice.
gonna find out?
Stop scamming. I'm the main perpetrator.
Now-
Smiley face emoji.
Nail
Smiley
Slammer
face emoji.
said he paid
Smiley
for you to
face
be kicked
emoji.
twice, and
Smiley
we-
face
we
emoji.
scammed him.
Room emoji.
Did we
Didn't
scam?
because you kicked me 3 times.
I think
Well, 4 with the Zeta.
I think we kicked you 3 times. I'm so
No, you
confused.
kicked me a total of 4 times. You kicked me an extra
4?
time for nothing. Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3 kicks for. It's 3 kicks for Nail Slammer, and 1 for Zeta. So that's 4 kicks total.
Whatever.
Including 1 for you to come back from Nail
Aw,
Slammer.
Xylee.
Mar says, guys, you're bringing memories from my childhood back. Please don't fight. Love you, Xyler and Biller. Exactly, Mar. Xylee, we need to come together for the fans. Why can't you take my
Come together and
abuse?
kiss my face.
Why?
Not them, but you.
Why? What would be an acceptable amount of ass kicking for us to
Don't
forget this
matter.
ever happened?
Don't matter.
Why?
Not talking about it.
What do you want to talk about? You want to bring up some other stuff?
I don't want to talk about anything.
Tina No D says, one time at band camp, a mod kicked Billy from a VC and turned it into a 24-hour marathon massacre. Dude, I definitely
Yeah, I
got
know.
it.
I remember that 15-second timeout that you got, and you ravaged hell throughout the Discord, but I can't get upset by my host
I'm
count, my co-host kicking me from my own show. You're right.
That was an event that.
You're right.
That was an event
Good,
that.
good job, Tina No D. That's really good that you brought that up. That's actually hilarious that you bring that up. That's actually pretty good.
You want to talk about that though? That was an
No,
event.
I don't want to talk
Well,
about
we're gonna talk about that because that was the event that made me stop allowing mod abuse against me that had been happening for months, and that's where I finally put my foot down. So, have I been cunt abusing you for months? Have I been cunt abusing you for months? Or did I do something that was funny that made us a bunch of funny? Because if you want to pull that shit on me, then
I tried to, and you won't let me.
talk about it.
You told me to fuck. I tried to. You wouldn't let
I'm
me.
just telling you how that makes me feel when you pull that shit up, trying to say it's equal to me making a joke and making us money when I was being fought abused for months. Gannon says kicker.
Smiley face emoji.
Kicked.
Smiley face
Kicked.
emoji. Smiley
Kicked.
face emoji.
Kicked. This is a joke for money. I was being mod abused for months, and he did it again, and I was like, I'm going to stand on this, and I'm not going to stop until something was done about it, and a rule was implemented server-wide that made things better for hosts across the server. I didn't whine and cry because my co-host did something funny for a second that made us hundreds of dollars. Cryly gets feels.
Yeah, I understand why. I do. Like, to be fair, like Xylee, I understand why you're upset, but it's like it's like legit. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, just refund the money then. Like, and then at the end of the day, like Pokegaga came in and dropped a $200 dono to give her a shield. Like, it's just crazy. Like come on, bro. Like I'm no matter what side I go for, I'm sweeping. So I don't even give a. Where's my broom? Where's my broom?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. In this whole situation, I'm torn because, to be fair, like Buff said, if I were to do a goal like that where I said $50 to kick a Buff, it would make him very upset. He would not be cool if I did that to him either. Although, if it happened to me, I actually don't think I would be too upset about it, only because I know that sometimes we make joke goals like that, you know?
Zay, I'm sweeping. Hold on. I understand why Xylee is mad, but at the same time, I'm very pissed off that you you let that get to a freaking level where like Billy's crashing out. Now Billy doesn't look like the goodest person. You guys both don't look like the goodest person. At the end of the day, hold on, let me sweep a little bit more. At the
I think this is what the third time this year that I could think of offhand where we're seeing Billy and Xylee fighting. I think the first time that I can really remember was around Fat Camp, where Billy crashed out pretty hard on Xylee. I don't remember the second time. I think that was Xylee crashing on Billy. Yeah. Because I know the first time Billy crashed out on Xylee and Xylee was ready to quit. Second time I believe it was Xylee crashing out on Billy and I think Billy was kind of broken from it. So now seeing it for a third time, it's just like, let's be real. Let's be 100% real. There's been tension between Billy and Xylee for a long period of time. And I think it had to do just with how they operate, how they work stuff out. They're basically like the equivalent of an old marriage couple. Now, obviously, I don't really care too much for Billy. Nothing against him, but I do find a lot of the times he gets very nasty and very, very destructive. Where though people cry and no, not cry. Funny enough, people call Xylee Cryly, which is hilarious to see Billy say the same thing. I'm like, well, you both cry a lot. Like I'm not trying to be nasty, but you both cry when you both feel like you're being like the whole nightmare thing. I get the whole joke and everything, right? But it's like, how much is too much? And then there's other situations where this has occurred between Billy and Xylee. And it's funny because this is less about nerds and more about rewind. Thank you, nerds, again. Now I know, like Xylee. Well, let me finish my thought before we move on to nerds again. Let's be real. I feel like if anything, I feel like they're just tired with working with each other. Like they still want to be friends, but I feel like they're just tired with working with each other and they want to do their own separate shows. And it's been something that's been in the background, right? Because Xylee had to give up her own show, right? Xylee had to give up her own show to Copper. And meanwhile, on Billy end, right? On Billy end, Billy got balls. So it's kind of like maybe there's some type of resentment there. But again, I have no proof. But again, we have also seen certain times where Xylee looks completely upset with Billy, but hasn't said anything. So I feel like this is just something that was going to happen. A crash out between either Billy or Xylee, and they're just going to fight. Again, the first time I've never seen it, I'm pretty sure it was during Fat Camp, and then after Fat Camp, there was a second time. I just can't remember what the second time was, and I believe this is technically the third time. So there's been tension in the air for some period of time. Now let's get back to Nerd. They kind of like did a bit of comparison, like $50 was dropped, and wanted to ask him to kick Buff. I mean, yeah, you can tell them you can refund the money, but it's like at the same time it's like, well, are you going to pass up the opportunity for 50? And I think the fact that they straight up kind of not really said the word, but you can kind of tell like she'll probably pass up and be like, just refund the money. I'm not doing it to Buff because I know how much it upset him. Whereas Zay doesn't care, but it's like, well, Zay runs OBS, so it wouldn't really matter. So it's like I kind of understand. At that point, I'm like, I can give props to them for that. You can give them props for that. Let's move on.
This isn't me saying this though. This is them.
No, I'm not. What else they want me to do? They want me to monkey dance too, or they want me to go
monkey dance?
They want me to tap dance too? What the
No,
fuck?
they want you to take your hat off, show how your hair is,
No,
and then
I'll
go get
grab
a brush.
No, I'm not doing all of that. I'll go grab a brush, and then I'll come back with my hair and brush my hair.
I don't know.
God damn.
What up, Buff Weed? Welcome to lolcowtest. We like.
Hey guys, I'm your mama here. They don't want me to take off my hat. I'm the most entertaining guy in the LCU, man. I'm sorry, man. I'll turn off my stuff.
What the?
Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, jump scare, right?
What
That
is
shit's
that?
scary, ain't it? That's his failing hairline.
Oh.
Hey man, how you doing today, bud?
Okay.
Are you upset about me telling people to see your hair?
Bro, you must be upset with them numbers that Keem talked about your show, bro. You must be real mad about that.
What,
Yeah.
the numbers that I've done better
Yeah.
than your whole career?
Oh,
What
I'm
about that?
actually
What
a
about
part of
those
that
numbers?
career now, please. So please don't insult.
No,
too
this
much.
is the breath of fresh air for him, man. He's been screaming out about fat
we
bitches
kind
for
of went off on Saturday. That what you doing another ghost house or something like that? Huh, Jaffe?
yeah.
Huh?
We
You
sure
doing
am,
another
man.
Jaffe?
Yeah.
Kind of,
Bro.
oh, we're doing a ghost house tomorrow, man. We're gonna. Oh my God, you saw the evil spirit? Did you see the spirit? Oh my God.
did.
Oh, the eyes are crossed out, man. This is epic. Man, get that trash ass shit.
So here we are. Another round of beef between the nerd crew and Tess. Which at this point, it happens more often than you can imagine. I honestly can't think of a point where they're not fighting. Like at this rate, it's like what, a constant like a weekly thing. I think even like Tess and Nerd even said like, yeah, at this point it's just like a weekly thing. It's just a common occurrence between the Tess crew and the nerd crew to just fight it out. It doesn't really matter, right? You know, sometimes it's Zay versus Nightmare. Sometimes Nightmare versus you know, it's like all these, there's all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's just all this stuff. I just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I'm here like, God dang it. Now, obviously, you know, you can say like, oh, a nerd's doing more number than like Yo Mama's career, and I'm like, to be fair, Buff. To be fair, you only started like 3 months ago, like around like 3-4 months ago. And people didn't know who you were, and the people that did knew you as Billy's friend. I feel like you can't really be talking. At least with Yo Mama, from what I understand, he's part of the girl world stuff, so people probably knew who he was just a little bit, not a lot, but just some information. So I feel like humble yourself just a bit, because I don't know who you were. I don't know who Yo Mama was, but I know girl world, and I'm like, well, if I probably go through Girl World and find Yo Mama, I'll find him, but no one knows who one Buff we is, so humble yourself, man.
Shit that they do, I'm not willing to do the antics that they do, and I know that about myself. So when you say that I was jealous, I was never jealous of you, bro. Not once was I jealous. I was just shit talking and bantering.
The comments definitely came across as jealous, right? And then even when I was asked to just fill in on Friday, right, I saw you in the chat being like, they need me to come in and save this show. Like, I saw that comment in the chat.
Yeah, because I was trying to like promote my own show. Like, damn,
Right,
who the hell is this dude from Cafe? Let me talk some shit.
But that makes it sound like you think you could do it better.
Well, let me ask you this: if I truly thought I could do it better, am I not allowed to voice that? Am I just be like, oh shit,
Of course you are. But why am I the one that's not allowed to say things? Why am I not allowed to say how I feel?
I think both of you are allowed to voice everything,
right?
And both of you got mad at both of you for voicing everything. Because I know Rastov gets one guide all the time, and he really reacts to everything. And Ken, I think you react to everything too. I think you're very reactionary people, and you guys have got caught in a cat fight here. So you guys just need to beat the shit out of each other in real life. Let's fight.
I'm not. I don't pick fights I can't win, dude. I am picking that fight.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I love warmth. I don't like the.
And here we are with the fight between Cafe, and really it's Cafe versus Rastov rather than being Cafe versus Billy, or really Balls. And the reason I say that, I think, is because obviously Ken has a deep respect for Billy since they worked with each other at one point. The people who don't know, they literally worked with each other at one point. Rewind started out with Billy, Ken, and Xylee. What an interesting time. I think one of these days I gotta go through and do like a first episode basis of like, okay, here's the first show, and then we just go through it and be like, okay, this is how much have things have changed. On the other hand, right? I think the fight between Ken and the Rastov. Let's be fair. Whether you like Ken or not, I think he's a lot better of a host than Rastov. Just the truth. And they kind of go at it for a bit of time, and then they just go balls after that. The usual stuff.
Thank you, KB. Okay, well, KB, you want to go on a date with him?
Yes, please.
Do you want to go on a date with him? You're a good girl. We all know you. You're a good girl. You want to go on a date with him? Let us know. Anyhow,
I'm not into chatting, but I like watching your content. Do you have a favorite movie adaptation from a game?
Man,
a movie adaptation of a game. I mean, we've only just recently started to see that come out and not be bad, right? Understand, like, bait content? Seriously, do not understand bait content.
Oh, here we go.
Can I even make that face?
Okay, he's responding to this. Okay, here we go.
I don't think my mouth opens that much. It's obvious AI thumbnail, right? So, DSP got a strike, and I'm helping him. Do you not see all the question marks? You see these question marks? Whenever you see a question mark like this, it means it's bait. It means all they're going to do on the show is they're going to talk about it. I'm looking at the wrong camera. They're going to talk about it and say, hey, did it happen? Instead of saying, hey, it happened, and here's all the evidence. And here, it's bait. It's a bait show. They basically have nothing to talk about tonight. So they're bringing up my name to have something to talk about. So why are they saying this?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. He's right. He's right. He's right.
The reason we're talking about this is because I wanted to, Phil. I was so excited to discuss you. And if you're in the right, we'll defend you. And if you're in the wrong, we'll shit talk you. And that's how it'll be. And in fact, the more you complain about it, the more I want to do it.
There must be a
Officer
reason
Phil,
that this
Officer-
happened. Like, I mean, Keem wouldn't.
And here we are with live. So I already covered the Becky stuff in a separate video. Go check that out. So I'm not gonna cover that. I may mention it just a little bit. And really, I think we could kind of end it here, right? I think in terms of Queens, it was just a regular show with Queens. Same with Rewind. Rewind does the usual Rewind stuff, and then after Rewind, Ozzy, and then obviously and then Copper. And not really much happened worth really noticing. Not really much worth just kind of going through and skimming, like to go back and just get a lot of the clips I need. Again and again, this wasn't. I think this is a good place to end this recap. Mostly because I think, like, for the DSP, it could explain why DSP was gone for a bit of time, and then it could also explain why. I mean, like, people were coming up with theories and idea why DSP were, why he was gone for, like, a bit of time. People thought maybe it was a strike on his channel. Some people thought it was family related or health related. Honestly, I don't even know. It could be up in the air, but nevertheless, I think this is a good place to end everything. Maybe, I don't know.